All right, me and Jack have just made a bet, and it's a fun one. Stick around and score predictions. All right, hello and welcome to the Matchday Vlogs YouTube channel. As always, please remember to smash that like button and hit subscribe if you haven't already, because it really does make a difference to the channel. We're here this evening to talk about recent fixtures, the win against Everton at the weekend, that fantastic 2-0 win against the Toffees, and we're also going to be looking ahead to the fixture at St Mary's, a Friday night fixture with Angus Gunn back at St Mary's in goal. So, I wonder what happened last time. So without mucking around, welcome to everyone in the chat section, by the way. I did notice there were lots of people getting involved in all the chants already. So that was great. I think there were some arrived at like 22. So look at that.
So they were there before us then, were they? That's very good of them.
They were.
Very good of them.
This one arrived, I believe, at 4 o'clock this afternoon. So fantastic. Thank you so much. Your commitment and support to this channel is greatly appreciated. We really do appreciate that. Hello to everyone who's joined us here nice and early. Yes, Burnley have indeed just scored against Tottenham, so that makes things very fun down at the bottom of the table. Everything is moving around a lot, and there's a lot of nervous football supporters.
But it also does stuff for the top four as well. The league's so excited.
It does. It does do lots of things for that top four place, which appears that no one really wants it. And with, I believe, Wolves are actually 20-1 to get top four. So I guess we're 25-1 then.
Yeah, that makes sense. That maths works out, right?
It does. It does indeed. So let's have a quick look back. I'm going to have the recap banner up there. Let's have a look back at the fixture. Was it Saturday? Feels like ages ago.
It was indeed Saturday. It does feel like a long time ago. You are right. It's
So we took on Everton at St Mary's, and any surprises from the lineup, Jack?
No, that's exactly what we said, wasn't it? Minus the Tino and Kyle Walker-Peters swap around. But I think the wingers that we're playing right now, I think it's impossible to move them, isn't it? They're making such a strong case for themselves, even if Redmond is back and fit.
Yeah, it's so good.
They're playing so well. That when you look back at some of the highlights, and you know what, it was because Moy was playing in the second half, was playing on the opposite side to us. It was kind of hard to see everything that he was doing, but some of the movement he's got, and some of the touches is just unreal. Some of the stuff that he was doing in that game, when you look back, it's just perfect. You know what, Elianusi would be the best player in the squad if he just like a little bit more pace, but he doesn't need. That's not a complaint. But if he had that little bit more pace, he would be elite.
Yeah, I know exactly what I mean. He was doing some amazing things in the Spurs game away as well, sort of making footballers look very silly, trying to put challenges in. But just to recap to anyone who wasn't aware of the 2-0 win, effectively it was kind of a quiet, well, not really a quiet first half, but more of a competitive display from Everton, who came out very, very fast. I think the first 10, 15 minutes we were a little bit nervous, thinking like, do you know what, we take a point right now. But then we sort of gradually got hold of the game, and our possession was dominant, and it did end up being quite bizarrely a comfortable 2-0 win, which I wasn't really expecting. I was expecting a bit more of a contest, but definitely Everton were playing much more of a pressing game and putting our fullbacks under a lot of pressure. I mean, Kyle Walker-Peters, for one, had a fantastic game and had plenty to do, but I don't think there was anyone else who really had a bad game. And like you rightly pointed out, our two wide number 10s, as I like to call them, with Stuart Armstrong here and Moy Elianusi, had a fantastic game. Both of them very creative. Armstrong getting his goal, much to our delight. And then the glory of Shane Long header.
The emotions, the raw emotions in the stadium. It was, just beautiful, wasn't it? It was, as soon as he came on the pitch, everybody was excited for Shane. I don't know what it is in recent weeks why suddenly it's gone from, at the beginning of the season, there's a lot of people saying, oh, it's blooming Shane Long. What's he going to do? Now it's like, we love him. Because he just comes on the pitch. He makes a right nuisance of himself every time. He's got 120 minutes. Is it twice he's gone 120 minutes this season?
I think so, yeah.
In them legs. You've made them legs run 120 minutes twice. He's just a legend, isn't he? And it's just great to see him get a goal and to see Pickford's stupid little face turn as he definitely thought it was going wide.
Yeah, yeah. And do
He
you know
just
what? We missed a
Christ.
trick because I did see some Newcastle fans take an inflatable T-Rex to the game at St James's Park, and I was thinking, darn it, just wish we did that. That
No,
would have been
because here's the
brilliant.
thing. You know what? You don't win if you do that.
I know,
You
I was
don't
thinking
win if you
that.
do that. You don't win if you do that. The lesson I've learned this year is when I went to that Victorious Fest in the summer, I saw a fella there with his girlfriend and his face was covered in glitter. And I was like, that looks like a good idea when you first come in, doesn't it? But when it's 3 o'clock in the morning and that stuff's in your mouth and everyone's made fun of you, it's not fun. And taking a T-Rex to a game and then losing would be
Yeah, that
the
would be miserable.
worst experience of your
Yeah,
life. And
been a waste of a pocket that would have
yeah,
been.
it would have been awful.
Yeah.
Just, you know what? It would have been just as bad as throwing 3 flares onto the pitch at the end of the game that you lost. Petulant flare throwing.
That was pretty bizarre. Pretty bizarre to see.
I
But
best not
guess
see a patch in the grass when we come back because it
pretty
looked like
damaging.
look at the grass.
Those flares are pretty dangerous. I hear someone actually lost a thumb and 2 fingers by picking up a flare. So yeah, right.
No, that was a Portsmouth fan. They're born like that.
Oh, why'd you make me live on air? That's not fair. Anyway, moving on. Don't clip that. Thanks, Jack. Oh,
Let's set me up like that then.
brilliant. Thanks so much. So, all in all, I think we can be quite happy. And looking at, let's have a look at this because just a few more pictures. Look at that. Look at that guy. Shocked we got a 2-0 that we predicted. Look at that. Let's have a look at the league table because, of course, that does put us in. Yeah, be honest. If everyone in the chat section, let us know how many times have you opened up the Sky Sports app to check the league table.
Picture hasn't moved, just like every day. Like, it hasn't moved yet, has it?
And if it's less than 10 times since the game, I don't believe you because I keep looking at this. It looks fantastic. I mean, we are cemented in the top half. I think we can describe that as cemented because that's 5 points clear of the place below us.
Yeah, but don't they have 2 games in hand?
Don't talk about that, Jack.
Yeah,
We
but
are
you know what?
5 points
I am talking about that because I've got to keep that in mind. Yeah, can't just play it safe. We've got to go there and win these games.
Well, we'd rather have a game in hand than 3 points.
No. Not saying that.
I know what you're saying. I'm not saying
that.
I'm just
But
being
it's a
awkward.
nice place to be. But that's the funny thing about this league right now. You look all over the shop, and it's like anybody can be dragged into anything.
That's the mad thing about it. And you look at this table, and
Nuts, isn't it?
it is nuts because the clubs beneath us, Leicester and Villa. I mean, Leicester are arguably top 4 contenders. That's what they're talking about, and Villa are going for European football. But in seasons to come, how congested is that going to get for European football?
It's going to be crazy, isn't it?
Because Newcastle are going to be up there, and everything's going to bump down one.
Well,
They will be. They have Mbappe and all the other stuff that comes with it. Eventually,
yeah,
eventually.
I'm sure Eddie Howe will bring Mbappe in.
Eddie Howe won't be there. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. But also, there is a argument here. I mean, this is what a predicted one of those silly. This is how we think the league table is going to end. And look at us, 10th, top half finish, 5 to 6. I know nothing about betting. So, is that good odds, Jack?
Sure.
Cool.
It's not
Don't
a big
compare.
return, is it? It's not a big return, so it's not a.
Yeah, it's not
Pretty
really worth
good.
doing it, really.
No, wouldn't be. I wouldn't place that bet because it's not worth it.
No, indeed. But looking at the rest of the places there, I mean, would you generally agree with what you're seeing
Mate,
there?
if we finish above Leicester, Villa, Palace, Everton, Newcastle, Leeds, I'd be well happy.
Yeah.
The only thing I would change, and this is just being selfish, is that I would put us 9th ahead of Brighton as well.
Yeah, I honestly think we will finish ahead of Brighton.
If
I
everything
think.
stays the way it goes and everything, we the nice thing is we're currently a team that's finding form and getting better each week, rather than dropping off.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
and I look at the teams around us and I think, okay, if we can just maintain on this level, I think we could jump above Brighton and to finish 9th. If finished 9th, considering what's above you and how good those teams have been this season,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be really, really happy with that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
But when I look at it, like even though I look at it like that, it's just like that is one of the most competitive Premier Leagues I've ever seen.
Hmm. Yeah,
Like it's just outrageous. If you look at the teams that are in the bottom half of that table, like those are staunch Premier League teams: Leicester, Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, Everton, Newcastle. You know what I mean? Those are
yeah,
those are series regulars. They ain't guests.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And there's comments I'm putting up here. Thank you to TJ, by the way. Really appreciate it. Thanks so much. But Burnley were winning their games in hand. I mean, just bringing up the real table as it stands before tonight's fixtures. Let me pull down. Hang on, because you can't see the bottom of it. Sorry, Adrian, just had to remove your comment there. But yeah, Burnley with 2 games in hand on the clubs above them could go comfortably ahead. If they get the win tonight, which
And
they
that's
must.
why I think Everton are in that relegation scrap, mate. I know that
Yeah,
you put up your little TikTok saying, "Oh, we didn't mean it." I meant it,
it would just be mad.
mate. They like when you see that performance against us.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That is not how you need to be playing in
Yeah,
this position because you know what? This time last season, we were kind of doing that.
but the money that they've thrown at that squad.
QPR, Fulham.
Yeah, but they weren't spending like 40 million quid on a
I don't
Wogan,
know what did Fulham spend that season when they bought Schur and
Tarbart,
yeah, they went
and
nuts for it for us. Like they're like, and
that's
even like
true.
QPR, they spent a fair whack. They got Rio Ferdinand for that season and had Harry Redknapp. They were. Do you remember? Even Redknapp was like, these players are just spending
Yeah,
bank. So you
yeah,
can spend money, but if you're not doing it right,
that's true.
we did it. Those years with Danny Osvaldo and Jordan Classy, all those sort of players. That we've done it where you spent a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
It's do you have the players in there to get you kicking again?
Hmm.
And Everton, man, because you know what? At least when Southampton are in those positions, we do have we have a score a bit in our squad which are English and they've been in the lower leagues and
Yeah.
they don't want to go back there, so they
Well,
know how
it'll
to
be a mass exodus. Everyone will be
exactly.
out. It'll
Exactly.
be
They don't want to be back there. They know how to scrap and they know how to stay in it. That's what kept us in it.
yeah,
Everton is Rich Arlison. I've been saying it for weeks. Rich Arlison might be the worst strike player to have in
yeah,
a relegation scrap.
yeah. Might be a bit salty with
Deli
him not being
Alley
there.
in a poor performance. Nope.
But it's a bit like what you said about against a lesser defense. Some of their tactics have surely got to pay off. I mean,
Yeah,
you've got
but
Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison. I mean, they're internationals for Brazil and England. I mean, surely they've got to be able to do something. I know what you're saying.
Calvert Lewin probably can because like even when we were playing against us, those opening 10 minutes against us in both halves, that's how they were going to score. It was going to be forward on the press flows, really attacking for the first 10 minutes and getting those balls into the box and hoping he gets on one of them. And that's what they were trying to do. But
Hmm.
once that runs out after 10 minutes and their shape gets pulled apart,
Yeah,
they just got nothing to offer. Nothing
yeah.
to offer. And they didn't get the right players in. And as great as a manager as I think Frank Lampard's the only thing in that where you think
Mm,
maybe because he has that thing to inspire you out of that. I think, but
yeah.
you know,
But he's got too many different personalities in there. I mean, I think this was an interesting one about the Premier League Team of the Week. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's in our entire back line. And what makes it extra fascinating is the fact that Pickford's in goal.
yeah, that makes no sense, really, does it?
I mean,
It
ultimately,
does, but
he did have a lot of shots that were aimed at him.
all that means is that when they get relegated, Pickford should come to Southampton.
Come on, you wouldn't want that.
No, I wouldn't. But no, but even like I watching the the vlog back, and I was like, oh, do you know what? This is the best single performance of Southampton. And the reason I was saying that is because
Another one.
we just shut them down at the back. Like I know it, like they were bad, but for that back four not to let any shots be on target.
That's bad.
Southampton, like it or not, but they shut them down. They shut Rich Arlison and Calvert Lewin down. And you say that's good. They didn't create anything, but we didn't let them create anything.
Right.
As
No,
bad
that's
as
true.
they were, we were also good. So
Yeah.
let's, otherwise they
We
wouldn't be in that team of the week.
we were very good at sort of breaking breaking them down,
Yeah.
and also obtaining the ball back. I mean, even the likes of Elianusi contributed to that opening goal tremendously because he basically just bullied and got the ball back and put us in a position where we could, be in attacking to get our first goal and get things going. So it was great. I don't,
Yeah.
in terms of play ratings, everyone 9.
Yeah. Everyone's loving life. Do you here's the thing. The fact that he brought Shane on instead of Adam Armstrong, do you reckon that says anything?
Mm,
Seeing as Adam Armstrong did score against them at the beginning of the season.
no, but I think it's just the where we were in the game, and I think Shane Long is the sort of player you bring on to kill a game off
True.
by scoring a header. No,
True.
but
But even
by
against Coventry,
time wasting.
even against
By
Coventry,
yeah,
when we needed to make a change at halftime, he
yeah,
didn't keep on Adam Armstrong. He kept Shane Long on.
that's a good point.
There's just a little bit of me that thinks Adam Armstrong's dropped out of favour a little bit, and it is warranted.
Yeah, maybe.
And like I said, like with Shea, it was going to be a process. We'll probably see him kicking on next season, but there's just something about the fact that Long's come on instead of him, and he's performing and kicking on. It's just I think Adam Armstrong's just getting just not getting the minutes or the love.
I think also Shea Adams is more of a versatile player.
Oh,
Like
Shea
he can
Adams,
drop back.
Shea's been
create.
amazing. Let's look. Shea's been. Imagine if Shea finishes the season with more goals than Danny Ings. He will, absolutely, he will.
Mm-hmm.
But that would just be such a oh yes, mate, yeah, absolutely. That shows you where the class is. He's finally, the last seasons with Danny, he was that sort of confident striker, wasn't he? Where he needed Danny to score a little bit to get him sort of in it as well, and sort of doing it both together. But this season, that challenge in the was it the first half, the second half, wasn't it? They got everyone on their feet. Oh, he's just fantastic. He's just Shea's been amazing. So you've got to start Shea. Starting Shea and Brozier, that makes sense. I'm not arguing
That's a great
that.
Partnership.
Brilliant. It's amazing.
I think it's the best one we got. Yeah.
That making those subs of you're bringing Shane on instead of Adam Armstrong, instead of your shiny new 15 mil striker.
But you give it time. It's
just giving it time. But I just think
But I am going to get to this question that's up here actually. But before I do so, no, I've forgotten what I was going to say. No, it's a bit like the case of Nathan Redmond. I mean, he's created so many assists. Well, he's had so many assists this season, but he's now looking at situations like, how do I get myself back into this team? Because you've got Elianusi and Stuart Armstrong playing so well. It's almost like a bit like that with Adam Armstrong, I think, because of that partnership with Shea Adams and Armando Brozier. Just my thoughts. But anyway, I'm going to get on to this question here from Saints FC Vlogs because I think it's a funny one. Would you take Ings? Well, it's a good question. Would you take Ings back at Southampton? Personally, I wouldn't like him back. I think us losing Danny Ings is possibly the best thing that could have happened to us.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, if Danny stays, all the money's tied up in wages, and Armando Brozier doesn't come into play. I reckon Tino Livramento wouldn't have been there because I don't reckon there would have been enough money to warrant that move either. There would have been so many things that wouldn't have happened that happened. So yeah, no brainer for me, and definitely I wouldn't like him back.
I have this dream, right, where me and you, and you know what, Papa Match Day Vlogs is there as well. We're at the first friendly of the season at St Mary's at the Saints Bar, and we turn and look at the screen. And we turn and look at the screen and go, Danny Ings has gone to Burnley. Who would have thought that? That's what I see happening in August.
Oh, what, Burnley in the Championship?
Yeah, Danny Ings has gone to a Championship side Burnley. Well, he said he wanted Championship football, Champions League, but instead he got Championship. Close enough.
Wow. Yeah.
I can see it happening because they lost Chris Woods and Aston Villa want to sell him.
Yeah. Well, Burnley got, was it Weghorst from Wolfsburg?
Yeah, you're right. He might not even make it in that Burnley team. You're quite right.
Yeah. So it's a tough one to look at, really.
Danny Ings has gone to Bournemouth.
Oh dear. Venom FX one because he's crap. There we go. There we go. No, he's clearly a talented player, but I think he just lost his way. Lost his way. And I don't know. It's a weird one. A weird one. But I think he's done us a favour. He's done us a favour.
Yeah, I mean, look at those boys.
Yeah, indeed. Is the results for the rest of the games come in yet?
No, I don't know. I'm still watching this terrible, terrible Man United match. They are just awful.
Because
you know what? I had a fiver on Bruno Fernandes and Cristiano Ronaldo to have a shot on target each, and I didn't think that was asking for much. Oh, Burnley have won.
They won, 94th minute. Wow.
Was that Crystal Palace a 4-1 up?
Yeah, look at that.
And Liverpool beating Leeds 3-0. Crazy times.
2 points behind Newcastle with a game in hand, but also 2 points behind Everton. That looks mad.
Told you, mate. Told you.
But Leeds played 25 games. Brentford have played 26 games.
But if you were to ask me, like, if you look at that, back to this relegation battle, right back to this. So nice that it's not us.
We will talk about Norwich soon. Okay, stay tuned.
So nice not to be in this chat. So it's great to just laugh at it a little bit. If you would so let's say it's between Newcastle, Everton, and Leeds and Burnley to get that last 8 to get that spot right.
Yeah.
Everton.
I know what you mean.
But if it's between Leeds, Everton, Newcastle, and Burnley for 18th, Everton.
Yeah.
I really hope Kieran doesn't watch this video. Please don't send this to him.
Hello, mate. Clip this up.
Sorry, mate.
I know what you mean, but I do think Brentford's going to get pulled down into looking at the amount of games that they've played and the amount of losses. I mean, they've got more losses than anyone other than Watford and Norwich. Crazy. How do you go to Man City and win and then go to Burnley and lose?
Spurs, mate.
Great for Burnley. Well, I haven't watched the game, and that's something that people say about Southampton that annoys me. So I'm going to withdraw that comment. I reckon Burnley probably played an excellent game and deserved to win it.
Yeah.
There we go. Doesn't matter how Tottenham played. Who cares? Burnley clearly won that game. There we go. And then 1-0. Fantastic. So I think we're pretty much done on the recaps of this evening's games and also the weekend. So let's move on at long last. Thank you, everyone who stayed with us throughout all of that. We really do appreciate that. By the way, let us know where you're watching the show from, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, and what part of the world you're in, because it's always fascinating to know. Right, looking ahead to Friday night fixture, under lights, Friday night football. Angus going back in goal at St Mary's on a Friday night. And we are playing Norwich City, who, let's face it, the opposing fixture at Carrow Road, we were going into that after a jubilant Aston Villa win, I think after the international break, and thinking, 3 points, here we go. And the likes of even, Shea Adams got an early goal and everything was looking rosy.
Yeah, I remember that first half being at an FA Cup Vars game and having my phone full of notifications. Oh, Southampton are all over Norwich here. This is all Southampton's game.
Yeah, we're dominant in the first half. Should have been 4-0 up.
Yeah. And
then what happens is we can see 2 very soft goals, one at the near posts with Alex McCarthy arguably at fault, and then a very... Well, it was a good goal, wasn't it? Was it Grant Holt?
No. Both of those goals were Alex McCarthy. And don't think otherwise, because they both were. On rewatch today, I was even angrier because I saw those highlights and then I saw that Athletic article, which we'll get into. But
we'll get into that. Jack's mad. Jack's mad. It's worth sticking around for that one. Get along, get some biscuits in. This one's going to be fun. Yeah. But it was Dean Smith's first game in charge, and we were thinking, surely it's too soon for the bounce, and this is an easy 3 points. But it didn't work out, and I just think it was one of those games where, on paper, it just somehow got away from us. And there's been a few of those games, and you can't help but look at the table and think, like, can you imagine if we held on for a win against Brighton and beat Norwich and didn't give it away against Leicester at home? Like, we'd have
Yeah,
7 more points.
yeah. It's looking back at that game,
That took me way too long to work out. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's just that it's just such a frustrating. I think when we did we didn't we. I think in that game we started Ward-Prowse, Romeo, and Diallo. You know, and then when the game kicked on, I think we then went to 5 at the back as well. So it was a weird night of trying to correct things and not starting on the front foot again. And you know, and also it was before the real Brozier takeoff. It's before anybody was really, you know, firing on all cylinders. So
Yeah.
a very different Southampton side set up in a different way, and we kind of got punished for that. And it was the first Dean Smith home game, wasn't it? Because they beat Brentford the week before, I think. So it was an annoying game.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's the way I've been comparing all the games that we played recently. Is if you compared, you know, the two teams from that game to now, who's improved, and it's us.
Although Norwich, they have been picking up points. I mean, they beat Everton at home 2-1. Everyone does that.
Yeah, but everyone does that. Everton just hate playing away from home.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, but they're just. But how many? Is it
scored
4,
at Anfield?
Is it 4 wins this season?
Yeah.
It's 4 wins. And did you watch the Liverpool game? Because they missed sitter after sitter. Pukki was just not delivering at all. Like there was that great chance in the first half where he should have just pocketed it, and he missed. He's just wasteful. And I see a lot of that in the squad. That lack of finish, that lack of Premier League, that little bit of eliteness. I just see it all over the place. You look at even like, was it Billy Gilmore in the middle? Isn't really as shiny and new as I thought he would be. Right. I think Brandon Williams is coming into it a bit more, but not to the extent of either of our fullbacks.
Yeah, I think Dean Smith has made better use of both those two players.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, you can't knock Dean Smith. I like what's his name, Rashika. He looks, you know, he always looks dynamite. So I think out of everyone, he's the bigger threat. But you know, Pukki does. It's that Jimenez factor. Like I always talk about, of that striker hasn't got a goal in a while and it's not scoring. Probably will score against us.
Yeah. Did you see this comment?
Yeah, let's.
We'll get onto that.
Yeah, we'll get onto that. Because everything bad we'll have to say about Angus Gunn, you can say the exact same thing about Alex McCarthy.
Here we go. Should we do the lineup?
Yes, do the lineup.
Yeah, it's about that time of the show. Right, we're going to go through our predicted 11 for this Friday night's fixture. Let us know in the chat section what you think the lineup's going to be, who you think is going to be in goal, who you think is going to be up front. Right, let's start. Super Hands, Fraser Force.
Gotta be our boy. The one, the only.
4-star.
That name gets more and more ridiculous.
It does.
Every time you type it.
Do you think he's having a great season, or it's just our defence is doing so well?
I think he's having a great season. I think his distribution has gotten way better over the past few weeks.
Agreed. Yeah.
And he's a way calmer under ball. Even, you know, a little bit to a point where you're like, oh, come on, Forster, what are you doing? But then you realise he's playing it out. He's being smart. He's doing smart things.
Yeah.
Even in the last game, he was smart enough to put the ball into the shade every time he kicked the ball. So that shows he's a smart goalkeeper.
If I had a bit more time, Jack, I would have edited that in the vlog. But you did make plenty of comments about him taking it into the shade.
He kept doing it. Just kept going into the shade. And you know what?
Smart move.
That's intelligent goalkeeping. Unlike being injured and getting somebody else to kick a ball, getting a defend. Get onto him. We'll get onto him.
Yeah, getting on the goal line, playing everyone.
And he's made some amazing saves. That save against United against Maguire, that Gordon Bank, get down low, stop the header. Oh, what a save!
Yeah,
I think if it wasn't for that Wolves game where he was caught in no man's zone, in that no man's land.
Yeah, no, I like no man's zone. I like that.
No man's zone. No man's zone. And I think if you took that out, we wouldn't be complaining.
Yeah, no, and I generally agree with that. I think, yes, he's had a decent defence in front of him, but yes, he's had times where he's needed to make a lot of wise decisions. And there has been a couple of occasions. I mean, that time he came out to claim the ball against Wolves and effectively cost us that second goal. So yeah, there's been a few kind of odds, but it's just getting back into playing consistent football at Premier League level, and he clearly did some amazing things at Celtic.
But you know what? It's that thing of once your confidence is gone, it's gone. It's very hard to get it back. And Forster went through all the hard work of he was at Celtic for 2 years. And when he came back, he wasn't like, it wasn't like he finished his time at Celtic and was like, right, when my time's up at Southampton, where am I going to? It's like, he was like, no, I'm getting back in the squad. I'm going to do everything for it. He is, how long's he been here for now? Like, he is of that elite. He is getting to that legend status with us where, the way I look at Shane Long, I look the same at Fraser Forster.
Yeah.
I love him. He's he is our boy.
I think he's been with the club maybe a bit longer than Shane Long. I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I've been punching in this back line as well, just so we can agree. When you get basically team of the week, the only thing that I think might change this is the fact that we underestimate Norwich. Do you know what I mean? And he decides, I'm going to rotate a little bit just to freshen up the squad and get people game time.
I would say that, but it's a Friday night game. When's the next game after this?
It's going to be FA Cup.
And that was Saturday?
Yeah. No.
So that's
Wednesday.
Is
it? Hang on. Brain. Hello.
Saturday, right? Saturday?
No.
Wednesday.
It'd be faster for me to go to the chat section. Let me know in the chat section when our next fixture is.
When's the next game? When's the next game, guys? Someone help us out. We're stupid.
I'm racing the chat section. West Ham
Wednesday.
Thank you, beautiful Saints. There we go.
Right. Okay. Well,
It's really the end of the month. Look at that. Because it's March. Right.
Well, you have to go and do the rota tomorrow, aren't I? Make sure I get all the game days off.
There we go. Yeah, that is. There we go.
So, maybe, but I don't think so. I think after Coventry, after the Leeds games, and you know what? Even after the last Norwich game, I think he knows not to do that. And the team's playing well, and why would you change it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if on Wednesday, Tino's tired, we can play Peru.
Mm-hmm.
There are options. I'm not going to start going through like for liking because maybe we don't want to start bending it. Maybe we go for it at the back for West, and maybe but I think we're going to go out strong because I think we got to go out strong because we want to keep that place in. Those, like I say, 3 games in hand behind us.
Yeah, Alex Ross putting over his lineup here, basically unchanged.
I don't see us doing anything different.
No, except we'd have Forster, not Foster.
Hey, leave him alone.
All the times that I've mistyped stuff, that's completely unjustified. I do apologise.
Right.
Smash that thumbs down for that.
No more on this one. No more here. I want you to type Elianusi, please. Without looking at the chat section.
Okay. Hang on. I'll do Stu's on the right, isn't he?
Yeah. That's not Eastbound Stewart, first of all.
Oh, come on.
You can put more, it's fine. But I'm proving a point. Oh, you can do it.
I've done it wrong. I knew it.
He's done it wrong, kids.
Is it that? No, it's not it. Oh. Just have to make me look foolish on the live stream.
That's what you get for trying to make the make the
I deserve
watchers.
this. I deserve this.
That's what you get.
This is on me. Ellie,
Peru's still out with COVID as well, isn't he? So thanks, vlogs for that. Yeah, I forgot about.
That's it. I
forgot about that.
Ellie, you. It's a hard one. Ellie, you. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yes. 2 S's. 2 S's. Happy now?
Yeah, sure. It wasn't about the destination, mate. That was about the journey.
Love the journey. Love the process. That's what they say, innit?
Amanda Prussia.
Come on. Surely it's worth smashing that like button just for me spelling out Elianusi. There we go. Thank you so much, everyone. So, yeah. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. Look at that. Quick word on Romeo as well. Oh, my goodness. What a game. There was some utter slander on Twitter, I did spot that someone basically said that he's been praised for just kicking footballers, but he is so much more than that.
Oh,
I mean,
I thought you were going to name and shame that person then because they are somebody of note.
oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't even take notice who said it.
All I'm gonna say is his dad's Twitter's pretty off the handle too.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, this live stream, so many fruity angles. There we go.
Hey, I'm not looking to start anything. It was an opinion, and it was a bad opinion.
Everyone's allowed to have an opinion.
But if you think Romeo is a bad player, you're wrong.
Yeah.
You're
I mean,
wrong.
just
He's great.
Extension contract, please. I mean, when you saw him up against the likes of, he went to Spurs, Højbjerg.
Who?
Højbjerg. You know when he was up against Højbjerg and he just actually
I
made
don't know, don't know who that man is. He's dead.
He looked absolute quality, and he looked quality on Saturday. So I think contract extension for him, please. And I think now will probably be a good time for you to bring up your beef with the goalkeeper extension. I mean, we are in a situation where effectively it's been told to Jack on a little image he sent me that Alex McCarthy has signed the new contract, which basically gave him a 3-year contract. But here's the thing. Don't panic, everyone. If Fraser puts in a shift for the rest of the season, gets a contract extension, even if it's a year, that's an amazing deal for both the player and the club. Reason being, Fraser Forster is on silly money. He's on like 125 grand a week.
No, he's not. He's not. If you this athletic article, he's on 90k a week.
Well, that's still pretty decent.
He's only James Ward-Prowse gets paid more. But here's the thing, right?
They must have changed that then. He was on 120.
Exactly. So there was room to go down, and he's been. Are they fantastic? That's going to make things more spicy.
Yeah.
So he's been offered a contract. It's been declined. Everything's on the table, so we could see something. That's one thing, and it's ongoing. I'm not of the opinion of you have to keep one or the other. I'm of the opinion of you don't keep Alex McCarthy regardless.
Okay.
I'd rather you get in 2 new keepers in the summer, or you keep Caballero, or you make Harry Lewis, or you improve like.
Shots fired.
I just honestly, guys, like I know, like Angus Gunn had to go to Norwich because he got 9 put past him, and he never found his footing again.
Yeah.
So to give Alex McCarthy, and it is apparently he has signed a 3-year extension. Mm-hmm. So he signed a 3-year contract, and the club just haven't announced it yet.
Okay.
And you have to wonder why haven't the club probably wanted to announce it when they were on that little streak of clean sheets, which was down to the defense, by the way. It wasn't down to him. That was down to the defense.
Yeah.
Anytime he was called upon, it went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think the contract was probably signed back then and ready to go then, and it just wasn't announced because what happened has happened, and now Fraser's in this position, and the club's like, well, actually, now we want to have Fraser for another, a little while. You like beginning of the season, you got to think they thought, right, this is the last year for Forster.
Yeah.
And now they're in a position of like, oh, actually, Forster is definitely the better goalkeeper. He's definitely doing more. The fans want him in more. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
But now you've got McCarthy, and it just seems like a really short-sighted bit of football. Like, why you wouldn't have waited till the end of the season.
I tell you what, though, when you think about it, the timing of this, because if you look at the fixtures that we've just had, okay, we lost against Wolves, all right, and then our next fixtures are against Man City, Spurs, Man United, and Everton. You would have thought that maybe someone at the club might think, yeah, well, we might get hammering off one of those. We'll announce it then, and then make the change, and it's kind of backfired, isn't it?
Yeah, because he's been wicked. He's gotten better, and Foster, and that's the thing. I'm now in a position where I love Foster. I still think that in the summer you look to get that new number 1 goalkeeper. Mm-hmm. I don't think either of them are good enough to be that full-time number 1 goalkeeper for the next 3-4 years.
I would probably agree with you there.
Right. So, in my opinion, it would have been better for us to have Forster next year with a new goalkeeper, and whether that's probably not Johnston, but maybe. More likely, let's say, like a Dean Henderson or a slightly younger goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
and then you bring him into the squad, but you've got this reliable backup.
Yeah.
It's just McCarthy he just doesn't have it for me.
Yeah.
And honestly, guys, you go just watch those Norwich goals. Just look at them. They
Don't do something better with your time. Enjoy life.
mate. And we were at that Leeds
Take
game.
Jack's word for it. You don't need to watch
We
it.
were at that Leeds game, and how far away were we from him? I could have died for the ball, mate. I've gone for it.
I could have got that ball from where I was.
Like
3 rows back.
He
Could have
didn't
saved
die.
that.
His reaction time. It's just.
Just couldn't be bothered.
I've slandered him a lot on this channel, and I get it, and I don't want to. And I thought it was going to be over, and I thought, right, that's it. We got forced. So everything's fine. But now that, it's just like, for God's sake, like, I don't. It's
I shouldn't have brought up the subject. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up.
It's harsh to say, but once you get that big drum in, that big 9 drum in, you're not the same keeper, and you need to go away. And like I even said to you when I read that 3 years, are we going to send him to Celtic for 2 years and have him come back? Like, that's the only thing I could think of. Like, well, at least this way we're going to get money for him.
Yeah.
You won't just go without a contract. We'll get some money from him, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing for me that I can see is I think when Ralph talks about the goalkeeper position, and this might be horribly wrong, and very wrong of me to say, but I just don't think he really cares.
Mm-mm.
He's not really that bothered about.
Which for a team that have 4 goalkeepers on the coaching staff is a bit weird.
Yeah, it just never seems that. I mean, whether or not there's plenty of other things to chat about, and he's talking about tactics and what can you say about the goalkeeper position, but he's never exactly, I don't know, complimentary. He has said a few things about Forster, but I guess there hasn't been enough done for him to be so generous with his words.
No, I think when you look at especially Forster in the Cup, those early days, I think he was surprised by his turnaround, and now he's seeing a consistent goalkeeper.
Yeah,
and there is that difference between a goalkeeper just doing their job and being amazing. And now Forster isn't amazing because you do have those goals against Wolves and you do have those mistakes and bits and bobs, but he is a good standard goal. He is that 7.5 most matches.
Yeah.
And that's the sort of thing that you want, but at the same time you want that goalkeeper that can sometimes have 8 out of 10s for most match, 10 out of 10s where we're not to say we can get a David De Gea, but when you see Man United play, I know there's Man United fans that think differently, but David De Gea keeps them in such a stronger position than what they should be. When you look at Liverpool, Alisson, amazing. Aston Villa, Martinez. I know we make fun of him, but on those days when Pickford is on form, he is the number one. And even we would watch when we got that free kick in the second half, and me and you, we were like, look how much Pickford is screaming at that defense and then not listening to him.
Yeah.
How much of it is that? Because I don't really notice that much when you're watching it at home. That's how
screaming at Donny
he
van der
was
Beek.
screaming at them to form a warning and stuff, and they were not listening to him.
Yeah, we didn't even need to lip read. We could hear him from
we
where
could hear him, and it's just like there are moments like that in games where you need that extra level, and McCarthy is just.
I know what I mean. So anyway, that is what we think the lineup's going to be on Friday night. We have been talking. Let us know in the chat section, by the way, if you agree with that, if you'd be happy with that, if you make any changes to that. But that is what we think is going to be the case that Ralph will go for. I don't think he's going to rest players. I think he's perhaps maybe do that in the FA Cup game. So, but there we go. Right, now we're going to get into the audacious part of the show where we are going to predict the scores. Now, before the show, I messaged Jack.
Yeah, I regret this text.
And I said, Burnley away, do you fancy it? And he said, are you drunk? Are we flying? And lots of other things.
I think I told you to grow up.
Grow up was in there. Was there anything else? A few fruity words in there. And then basically, Jack said if we score 5, was it 5 or more?
If we score 5 or more, we'll go to Burnley away.
So, there you have it. We said it live on air. We said it live on air now, Jack.
Yeah, I know, absolutely. I knew it was. This is the way it was going to go. But the stupid thing about it is,
10 hours in a car for Burnley away.
That's that's not the stupid thing. I said that knowing full well what I thought what I feel like the scoreline was going to be in this game.
I know, I know. So if you fancy getting in on this and having a little bet yourself, if Saints score 5 or more, then you're buying a ticket at Burnley away. It's on general sale. There are plenty of tickets. It's never a fixture that everyone wants to go to. It's never that fixture that you think, that's why we're in the Premier League, is to go to Burnley away. But it's almost a badge of honour, like you went to Burnley away.
It's
Quality.
you almost go to Burnley away in solidarity to the Burnley fans that have to go see Burnley at home.
Yeah, I would go
and
to
then
Burnley away for the rest of the away fans because
Yeah.
it's just a brilliant laugh, isn't it? Being amongst your away support, because it's going to be a Burnley game, isn't it? It's going to be one of those
Yeah.
hardly delightful looking
And
football.
Burnley in a relegation scrap as well, so it's going to be a
I know, right?
slog of a game. You're not going to go for enjoyment. You were going, so the next day, you know what, you're going, so in a few years, you'll be like, I went to Burnley away once, I don't know why. I just really like football, and it's funny. For a laugh, for a joke, I went to Burnley away.
Exactly. It was brilliant. The services were really nice. So here we go into score predictions. I'm pretty sure it's your turn to go first. I went first last. I got it right as well. I got a 2-0 score right in the last one. So pressure's on, Jack. Pressure's on, Jack.
It was going to be way more of a goal fest than what it was.
Yeah.
I don't know what I thought. What would happen is in those opening 10 minutes, Everton would score, but they didn't. So we just wicked.
I was probably thinking the same thing. Once the game kicked off. So there we go. Let us know if you want to be in on this bet. If Saints score 5 or more, Burnley away. So over to you, Jack. Score prediction.
For the sake of my sanity, I am going to go for 4-0 Southampton.
Can you imagine we're 4-0 up? Your emotions as the game's closing out.
Oh mate, if you thought 3-2 against Spurs was emotional, wait till it's 4-0 against Norwich, and I'm like, no, I'm going to Burnley.
You'd be crying at full time for other reasons.
Jack round the pitch to get banned from every stadium just so we didn't have to go to Burnley. He ran for the away end, all the flares.
I would never condone running on a pitch, but for that one, maybe for your reasons, yeah, I can see where you're going with that.
4-0, I'm off, Mike. See you later. They all thought it was you that was going to go over that barrier first, but it turns out it was me avoiding Burnley away.
Yeah, absolutely. 4-0. Okay, like it. Oh, by the way, everyone see your scores in the chat section. We'll be going through those straight after I've given my score prediction. Jack's going for 4-0. I'm going to go for not 4. I'm going to go for
6?
3-1.
3-1.
3-1. Because Pookie just seems to be able to score at our place, and they just always seem to be able to nick a goal, and it's annoying. But I think they'll do it. I think they scored at St Mary's last time they came. I think it was a 2-1. But I just think with all the chances that we're creating, gotta score 3. It could be another Brentford kind of a night.
That's my vibe right now.
Yeah.
The way we played against Brentford, and in fact, it's a Southampton on a Friday night under the lights.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to be. I'm not saying it's because of Angus Gunn, but he definitely plays a small part of the fact. I'm like, here we are then. Come on then.
Angus Gunn.
Stop it.
Angus Gunn.
Stop it.
Can you remember how angry our fans got at Chelsea away?
You saw how angry I
Shut
just
up!
got
It's
then.
embarrassing.
It is.
It was embarrassing, but it was funny watching the fans.
How do we feel about the lights, the phones?
Well, if we're winning 4-1,
That's fine,
like
right?
it. Yeah.
But when you're 1-0 down against Coventry,
hey, they pay their money to do what they want.
yeah.
I
don't mind
it. We say it.
We don't mind it. Listen, under the lights, if you're winning something big, it's fun, isn't it? But yeah, come on.
Lovely stuff. Right, I'm going to go through all these score predictions. We're going to start big. Angus Gunn, back at St Mary's. Beautiful Saints going for a 9-0. Member, support of the channel, thank you so much, Mark, is going for a 5-0 Saints Broja hat-trick. Ooh!
I can't wait to lose 2-1.
5-0 Saints Broja hat-trick. Moist Jew. We're off to Burnley. That's what's going to happen. Loving it. This now is going for a 3-1 Saints. Shane Long hat trick and a Shane Long own goal just for the heck of it.
Yep.
Just because he watches the show and he knows Mike said 3-1, so I need to put one in the other end as well. Chloe is going for a 9-0. People being serious when they're saying that. Is it serious? I don't know. That's something.
I think it's more they want to see us go to Burnley.
Adrian's going for a 3-0 Saints. God, beautiful Saints is upping. He's upping. He's going more and more. It's my birthday on Friday. Happy birthday, Michael.
Hey.
Great name, by the way. Friday, I hope 2-0 to Saints. Look at that.
Stonehouseable. That is a great name, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good name. I was talking about Michael, but yeah.
Second name, way better.
Yeah, it's true. I think it will be 4-0 to Southampton. Let's get revenge, lads. Yeah, absolutely. God, it's a long way to go as well to Norwich. Ed Glover's going for a 3-0 to Saints. Brozier for number 2 for 2 goals and Armstrong to score. Daniel Hull's going for a 1-0. Oh, that would be brutal. There's a lot of 5-0s there. People want us to go to Burnley. 5-0 Brozier, James Ward-Prowse, Adams, Elianusi, Chinepo off the bench. Quasify is going for a 6-1. Wow, look at that. Josh is going for a 1-1. God, let's just get it 3-1 Saints. Regifred White, what if it's 5-5? We still go.
Yeah, that would be the most upsetting thing ever. But yeah.
You scored
Wait, no.
Got a point.
We said if we won,
no,
we're scoring 5 goals.
No.
Shut up, Mike.
No.
Not going to Burnley at Bible.
No. I tell you now, that's not happening. That's not happening. So don't worry about it.
Have you ever watched football, Mike? And do you know how cruel life is?
That's true. Adrian's going for 3-0 to Saints. Jack can put his feet up in front of the fire and watch Burnley at home. Yeah.
Thank the Lord.
Venomous Saints 1-1. Shea Pookie, I think it's going to be a lot closer than you lot think, but I wouldn't be surprised if we clinched it 2-1. Norwich are fighting for their lives, and they're playing awkward football.
4 wins screams that.
Well, they're all recent, aren't they? In a way.
Are they?
Sort of.
No,
sort of.
Brentford us, and then 2 others. When was they?
Yeah. Everton.
Everyone's done that. Next.
I can't remember.
Their most impressive win so far is us.
Watford.
Their most impressive win so far is us.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, I agree. Crikey, Christine's going for a 13-0. Whoo!
Traps.
Been watching our defence. Jack will hate that. Don't understand that one. Have I missed something?
Oh, I know. Yeah, they're talking about Ralph Rangnick being interested in signing Montino Livramento.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
don't like that.
Yeah, but why would anyone look at that fire pit and be like, yeah, that seems like a fun place to go?
Ed Glove's got 3-0 Saints. Adrian's reckon you're going to be eating Twix watching that game. So there we go. My God, Spurs right as well. Can't stop him. Absolutely. I'll tell you what, if this one's 3-1, my words.
You're definitely buying that ticket. Buying that lottery ticket.
Exactly. I'm going to end up with a gambling addiction if that happens. What happens if it's 6-0? Then we go.
Should we just say now, bet responsibly? Because there's been a lot of that this episode. Bet responsibly.
There has. Yeah. Indeed. Do bet responsibly. It's no laughing matter indeed. Quasifier's going for a 6-1 and then changed it to a 5-1. Interesting. And Christine's probably got a 0-0 draw. Maybe. I just got a feeling Norwich will be fighting for everything, but I still can't. But I can still see us winning like 4-0. So I just forgot how to read halfway through that. Do apologise. I have no last names going for 3-1, so I'm not disappointed if we don't destroy them. Lucy Fagan's going for a 3-1. Saints FC Vlogs is going for a 3-1. Fast Saints Fan is going for a 2-1. And Lucy's adding boys on a roll. Indeed we are. There we go. And Zandif, support the channel. It's going for a 9-0.
They get clicks.
We have scored at 8 at St Mary's. Remember
Yeah.
who it was against?
Sunderland.
Very good. Very good.
We scored 8 this season.
Yeah.
Who was that against?
Newport.
Ah. Mine was harder. Mine was long ago.
Jamie 397 is going for 3-1. Adams, Bednarek, and Redders to get back in the side. Look at that. Jandif's also adding his goal scorers. James Ward-Prowse free kick. Love that. I think James Ward-Prowse is also maybe 7 or 8 wins away from beating Jason Dodd's most Premier League wins as a Southampton player.
Wow.
So
That's amazing.
Surely he's got to do it. He's got to do it this season.
I think he's 4-5 free kicks off of Beckham.
Less than that, I think. Maybe it is that. Yeah, maybe it's that.
Just
Beckham the beat now.
Life's just looking good for Bold Prowsey. Are they all on 6 apiece now? Prowsey, Brozier, and Shea Adams. They're all on 6 apiece now, right?
Yeah, it's looking good.
Oh, boys.
And Cole Peters is going to be chasing up there soon, isn't he? The way he's playing. Diane's going for 3-0. Cow Minecart. Have I said something rude out loud? Because that's it looks like one of those names that's kind of one of those things. It's clearly not. I'm going to move on. 4-2. Sam Davis going for 4-2. Christine has just totally lost her mind. It's now gone 22-0. Stuart Clark's got 2-0. Mohammed's going for a 5-1. Ooh, love that. Henry Belu's going for a 5-0. WTR's 5-0. Going to Burnley if that happens. Doom Drews 5-4 like the 90s. Oh yeah, Max Lynch going for 4-2. And I think nearly there. Lord O'Bennington 3-0. Squeamish P 2-0. Saints considering I went to Norwich away and we were very bad. We were very bad in the second half, and good effort for going to Norwich away. I did actually want to do that one. I've got some friends in Norwich.
Well, maybe if we scored 5 past Burnley.
We go to Norwich. Yeah, I don't think we'll be going to Norwich next season. I do not see them.
When they come back the next year.
Henry Belize, I think I've read that one out already. Charlie 4-0. There we go.
Did we say our goal scorers? Who do you think is going to score?
Who do I think is going to score? Brozier, Shea, and James Ward-Prowse.
I love that. I think we're going to see it be a Shea Adams brace, a Ward-Prowse free kick, and Stuart Armstrong.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Stewie's been great.
Because, let's talk about Stu for a quick second. That finish, tiny.
It was good. So I'm just going to bring up Saints FC's. Ralph Rangnick wants Tino Livramento calling Hampshire Live. To be honest with you, anyone in the Premier League who doesn't want Tino Livramento is lying. So that's the way I look at any interest in our players.
When you see that article, just think Chelsea have dibs.
It's true. Yeah.
Chelsea have dibs. So,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
But they got quite a few right and left backs, haven't they?
Yeah,
but they're all injured. They're all injured.
They are indeed. So get them back. Yeah. We'll go rate Chelsea again. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, there's more where that came from. Woohoo! So there we go. That is our score prediction, and that is your score prediction as well. So yeah, there we go. Any other thoughts on Norwich? I mean, how do you honestly think? I mean, regardless of Friday night's results, do you see them getting out of it? No.
I think them and Watford are gone. Really?
Let's have a look at
let's take a look at that table one more time. Let's go back to that relegation scrap one
more time. It looks different now with Burnley picking up a win.
Yeah.
Leeds getting absolutely hammered by Liverpool 6-0, which gives them a minus goal difference of minus 27. The only club to have a worse goal difference than Leeds it's not Southampton. It is Norwich with minus 38. Minus 38? Flipping heck.
I'm just trying to think. We must be a few. I wonder how much better ours are compared to this time last season.
I know. We had minus 20 last season.
Yeah.
After the United result, we had that.
Yeah, it was,
that's where it was.
But that's what I mean. I look at also the Norwich.
We're at minus 5, by the way, at the moment, just in case anyone's wondering.
That's
Actually,
beautiful.
it's
That's beautiful
there.
stuff.
It's written there, isn't it? Is it written there?
Yeah,
Oh,
barely.
it is. Yeah, sorry.
So yeah, it's and Norwich have like not here's the Leeds have just got a drumming against Liverpool. We gave Brentford a drumming. I think these sort of teams, if they come out there and they try to win, they
Yeah.
try to play, they can get absolutely pounced on. And I think Saints have just got this class. We're just playing so well right now. We're just the well coached. We have to make it outside of those 10 minutes each out of first halves. In the beginning of the halves, that seems to be the thing each game now. Is that the first 10 minutes are a little bit, unless we come out the gates flying and score,
Yeah.
it's going to be a bit shaky for the first 10. But once you get out of that and they get the game up in control at St Mary's under the lights, it's going to be baking.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I absolutely agree. I mean, I think there's, there are clubs that we've kind of been quite comfortable against. And I think probably the most we've been comfortable was that 4-1 win against Brentford.
Yeah.
And we were able to take our chances. And that's why it ended 4-1, really, is that we were really taking all of our chances available. And we were very clinical. And we have the opportunity to do that. If we play our game, do what we want to do, and not get brought into whatever system they're going to bring to St Mary's, then we should be fine.
I think we're on there must be 10, 11 different goal scorers so far this season. It's coming all over the pitch. It's all over the pitch. These goals.
Yep.
And I think that's the difference maker. When you got Kyle Walker-Peters delivering goals, when you got Livramento scoring, the fact that Elianusi and Stu are scoring, it's not just one of them performing; they're both showing their class. And then all the boys up front minus Adam Armstrong. Even then, he's going to pop in. But Brozier and Shea are insane. I would like to see Romeo get a goal too.
Yep.
I think that's what we need to see. We've seen did Diallo get his goal? Yeah, he did. He got his goal against what's the game he got his goal?
Brentford, but I think it went down as an own goal.
No, the one when he hit the post. No.
Yeah, it came off the keeper apparently.
That's rubbish.
That's wrong, but that's what they might do down as. I hope Southampton still gave him his bonus because it was wicked. I loved it.
I mean, you should really put him on the back of your shirt for that.
I know.
He needs to go on there.
Thinking on that, I was going to put it on a yellow one, but I think I want to put something emotional on the back of there now after that Spurs result.
Yeah.
Just me, picture of me crying.
Could take that to the club shop. Can you put this on, please?
Can you put this image? So happy.
I'll use the one from the Daddario package and just put a tear on it.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no, you're right. We've got lots of players which are creating lots of chances and scoring lots of goals, and I think it'd be nice to see Stuart and Moy get a goal, and they absolutely got the capability to do so. But just looking where we sit in the table at the moment, it's kind of mad, really. I keep looking at it and thinking, even where we are, I still think we could be higher, because there's been games this season where we just thought, how on earth did we only get a point from that?
Yeah, if you think that Brighton game, the Brighton game, and the Brighton game, yeah, it's
You weren't there, man.
I know.
You left me alone on that one. That was brutal.
Yeah, but at least if you were there, you had that place to be angry. That's what I love about the football, mate. It's that place where for 90 minutes you can go really vent some frustration and shout. But when you see that goal and you're around normal people in a normal place in public, you just have to let that thing go in. And I'm pretty sure that gave me an ulcer. I can't prove that, but I'm pretty sure for a split second it was just like, oh.
Yeah.
I think in years to come, when they do the lobotomy and they go for everything, they're like, something broke in his mind here. Look, somebody check the date for this. I'm pretty sure this was the Brighton match.
Yeah, something to do with Neil Maupay shushing him. Yeah.
This man was the first man to ever have scorch marks on the side of his head. When this is burn damage. In this.
I think it's the only game this season where I've gone, oh. Do you know what I mean?
If that doesn't make you hate draws.
Yeah, walking out.
If anybody ever says, why doesn't Jack like draws? Brighton. That Brighton game. That's why.
Yeah. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but should we get a result on Friday night, touch wood, how mad would that be, in the sense that we'll be entering March and we'd only lost one game at home this season.
I know.
Entering March and only losing one game at home.
How many times have me and you been to see them lose this season? Twice.
Yeah.
We've seen them lose twice. And how many games have we been to see? We've seen quite all the home games. Quite a couple of away days now.
Yeah, a few of the away days. Yeah.
You know, still saying we're good luck or nothing, but
Get us on the bus. Get us on the bus.
get us on the media team. Get us on that media squad.
Yeah.
I did see Hampshire Live were looking for reporters. If anybody's onto that.
We do also have to make a statement here, Jack, because unfortunately there was a circumstance that happened, and we weren't alone in this. And as Southampton fans, we need to come clean and be honest about this. We made a statement during the vlog, and many people in the stadium also did, that if Shane Long scores, we're on the pitch, and we didn't. I'd like to apologise.
Here's the thing. First of all, it's a song. You know,
it is a song. It's a great song.
It's a great song.
Great song.
Second of all, figuratively, I was on the pitch.
Oh, I like it.
In my heart.
Yeah.
Who's the 12th man in that team?
Yeah.
And we're on
Shane
that
Long,
pitch.
and
We're
the
on that
13th,
pitch.
and the 14th.
So, figuratively, yes, I was on the pitch. Literally, no. I'm too far away from it, and I like going to games, so I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But here's maybe if we were slightly closer to the pitch at Palace and he scores there, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I see a pitch, I think I can get on it and off it pretty quickly, and everybody will join in.
Well, he nearly did score at Palace, and I remember the bloke next to us was like, "You nearly had to." I don't think we would have been able to not. It would have been mad.
Yeah, if you're in the away end and you say that, you got to do it. You got to do it.
Mark does have an excellent point here. Lifetime ban, understandable. If Shane Long scores, we're not going to get ourselves a lifetime ban. We're going to sit here and celebrate. If Shane Long scores, we're not going to get on the pitch and get a lifetime ban. And
I just think we had the figuratively on the end of it. Shane Long scores are on the pitch. Figuratively. Shane Long scores.
Yeah. The noise, though, when that goal went in, though. Oh,
we all wanted it, didn't we? We all wanted it. It was like a
how
magnet
good was
to
that?
them.
I just loved the moment as well, where I went, no, as if like, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I kind of knew.
That was the funny thing is like, you know what? There's a lot of time. There's a few goals like for Southampton this season where usually when Saints score, we're surprised and we're like, like it's out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But that Shane Long goal is the exact same reaction as the James Ward-Prowse goal at Wolves. It was like we all saw it happen.
Yeah.
We all knew it was going to happen. Yet we couldn't quite believe it was happening, and we were already celebrating. So when we actually celebrated, we were like, so we didn't know what to do. Really, it was
a bizarre moment. I mean, at Wolves we were 2-0 down, and then the Ward-Prowse goal went in, so it was kind of like, yes, come on, let's go. As in being like to make it 2-0 and to basically get us the game.
That Ward-Prowse goal was this. This is going in. It's gone in. Oh my god, it's gone in.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was absolutely mad. And I think Adrian's right, actually. The noise started before the ball went over the line.
Yeah.
And I think absolutely. And it was almost just a case of like, but it bounced down, and I thought it was going wide. I honestly thought it was going wide.
I thought both the goals missed when they both went in, because I thought that the Stu one was so tight in that corner when it rippled. I was like, oh, that must have hit the side net, and that was weighted. And I was like, oh, it's gone in. And then
you're like this. Why's Mike up there?
So what's going on here? Holy! And then the other one, I think we were all kind of like Pickford going, well, that's gone. No, it hasn't.
Yeah. But you gotta love it, seeing Shane Long get his goal, and he's such a great ambassador for the club as well, and it's just fantastic.
Hey Shane, come to the shop. I'll sort you out some cheap guitars, man. I know you strum.
Absolutely.
He's been in the shop before, so I'm upset he hasn't come back. It was the old design, Shane. They'll come back now. We've got better stuff now.
Exactly. The Saints fans working there. Go and get yourself something. But Irish boy, they're a very musical nation. The Irish. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Used to work with
You too.
manufacturing of guitar strings, and I know how many that Irish market consumed, and it's loads. It's loads.
Wow.
It's more than the UK. More than the UK.
Well, it's because they care and they've got taste.
Yeah. So there we go. Fun fact. Fun fact. There we go. Well, that pretty much sums up our preview of the Norwich game, where we talked about so many things this evening. I don't think we've missed anything. Have we missed anything?
After an hour and 10, I bloody hope not.
The only thing I've missed is the fact that I left the fire on quite warm in the other room, and I am baking under these lights. So I am literally melting, and that's sweat. There we go. But thank you so much to everyone who's joined us. We will be going on to the game on Friday night. We're looking forward to it. Bit of a light show, hopefully, before the game. That'd be nice. And let's hope for another impressive win from Southampton and another decent display. I mean, I think we're playing great football at the moment. You know, it's not the fact that we're winning games, it's the fact that we are winning games and playing some unbelievably good football. We even saw a few back heels on that Saturday game. Some really cheeky moves, and just all of them are just playing so well. Prowse, Romeu.
What got the bigger ovation? The Armstrong back heel or the Shea slide challenge?
I loved the Shea sliding challenge.
Yeah, it got people on their feet, didn't it?
That was amazing. It's like you're 2-0 up and you want the ball back that much. Loved it. Yeah.
Oh, just brilliant. Just brilliant.
Yeah. Excellent stuff. Well, that pretty much sums up our show for this evening. Thanks so much to everyone who's watched us throughout the show. Thanks to everyone in the chat section. Let us know your thoughts on the game if you're watching this on replay. Go and stick your thoughts in the comment section. And as always, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And me and Jack will see you in the next one. All right, see ya.
Hey.